Hiya, it's Monday, what time's that, 2 o'clock? Yeah, backwards, not bad. We have the subframe in, everything's in, bolted, etc. I'll give you a shot of that now, but I did make a little mistake, which is worth bearing in mind if you come to do this job yourself. Now, let me show you where we're at. Right, passenger side rear, as you can see, subframe in, and I'll tell you about the mistake that I made so you don't want to make it yourself. Bit of a pain in the arse, not major, but it's lucky I noticed it soon enough. The rear pads on this, the rear handbrake shoes are okay, so I've given those a good clean up, believe it or not. God, they still keep giving. Yeah, they're much cleaner. All connected up, bottom link, etc. You can just make out through there in silver the drop link arms. And let's go round to the other side. This side I'm a little bit further on. I've got the disc in place. Again, it's had a thorough cleaning up, but you can just about see in there. You can see the drag link arm. All the pipes and that have been cleaned up, and I'll give you a little look from underneath as well. Okay, this is underneath. That's the underside of the grommet. We've given all that an under seal as well. This is the boot, sorry, this is the spare wheel well underneath the car. That's the grommet that I made, and I'll probably just put another coat of under seal on that just to make sure it's all good. The exhaust is back in place. I might have said this must have got something like a plastic sack or something caught round it at some point, because there's loads of little bits of black on it, and further down I found bits of plastic. But anyway, this is the look from this is driver side rear, and you can see everything's in place there. The silver discs pick out the subframe mounts. Boots up there all in place, all nice and tight, and you can see just poking through there, that's the lower boot, which locks in and twists basically about 45 degrees. The link arms all in, all tight. Now I'm going to tell you while I'm under here actually what I did. I built the subframe upside down, as you probably see from the other pictures, and basically I realised pretty soon after I'd got the subframe in that I had put in this box section here, there is an upper section and a lower section. I had put the link arms, I had put these, where the hell's my finger? I had put the upper suspension arms in the lower box section, because they're both identical and it went in fine. So remember, if you're gonna, because I built it upside down on the bench as it were, you want to be in the lower section for the suspension arm, and then the bottom section is going to be for that link arm which goes to there. So I basically had to take out the subframe again because it's just impossible to get this one here. You really couldn't do it with any ease in the car. And then up there is the other engine mount. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, you can get a good look up to here as well. But yeah, all the, basically I have, this is driver's rear. I have basically rust treated and under sealed the inner seals in there. I'm looking at there. And got in as far as I could. All the brake pipes I've had to clean up, they're all quite good. It's very shiny because it had lacquer on it. But yeah, I fundamentally reconnected up I put a cable tie around these. This is the ABS sensor, so it connects to the lower or the upper arm. So I just put a cable tie around that to make sure the clips are there, but they're a bit tired. So I thought, sod it. And I put another one on the other side. So now it's just a case of putting the disc back together and on the other side, and then the calipers in. Oh, I'll show you the calipers. Here's the calipers. They've had a full strip down. The slide rails weren't that old, basically. The rails that got the outer caliper slides on, they were in pretty good shape. I don't think they're that old, but anyway, dismantled everything, stripped it all down, gave it a proper thorough clean up. I've actually rebuilt them already. I'm kind of just giving the paint as long as I dare, or as long as I can, to before I put them back in the car. But yeah, I'm pleased with those. And I've done the outer clips in black, so the outer clip, when I've finished, will sit something like that on the front of the caliper. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to crack on with the brakes, and when the brakes are done, I'll give you a picture of hopefully the finished article. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching and all that. I hope it's been of help, and I'll be back shortly. And here we've got passenger side rear, all complete, bled up, calipers in place, all looking rather fresh, to say the least. And driver's side, all done. This one's got the wear limiter in it, only one on the back, but yeah, sweet as a nut. All bled up. Just got to do the front ones now. Bit of a pain in the arse, but still I've got to do the lot as I'm doing a flush. Well, YouTube, that's about it for the ZTT. All I've got left to do is bleed the front brakes and give it an oil and filter service, and then I shall be putting the old girl up for sale. She's looking pretty though. I'll show you a couple of pics as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope that helps you. I can't think of any unusual things that might be of use to you if you're thinking about doing it. Well, one thing that comes to mind is when you're trying to get the springs in after you've put the subframe in place. I found it easier. I used a jack in the center of the subframe with a block of wood, and I used the jack to lift up the subframe into alignment. Now, originally I got a few bolts in and I was going to try and put the springs in, but they wouldn't go in. So what I then did was lowered it down slightly on the jack and dropped the springs into place, twisted them a quarter turn so that they locked in, and then raised it back up again and put the bolts in. So that's about the only other tip I can think of. And of course, don't forget, make sure you get those upper arms in the upper section of the box in the center of the subframe, because I did mine, as I said, upside down, and of course I put them in the lower one. So of course when I turned it over, did I do mine upside down? I did mine upside down and I put them in the upper one, and of course when I turned it over they were in the lower one, and of course that's where the link arm goes. But anyway, hope that's of use to you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and Porsche people, there's Porsche stuff coming up soon. Take care. Bye for now.